Hey, Smyrna friends. Let's break down the March 2025 real estate data and talk about what's really happening, especially if you're looking to buy or sell soon. The inventory is rising, home prices are staying steady, and homes are moving. Okay, so yes, let's get into the top 5 shifts that you need to know about. We'll starting with, we're looking at March data. As far as new listings go, um, we've got 137 that came in the month of March. Year over year, that went down. As far as, let's see, active inventory, we have 216 listings that were available for purchase in March for Smyrna. And looking at closings, we had 66 closings. Year over year, that's about the same compared to this time last year. I think for the month of February, we had 60, so that kind of that actually went up. So we had a few more closings in March than we did in February. All right, like to look at the median sales price, and that is sitting around 457. That's gone up 7% year over year. So homes are appreciating. The prices are not dropping. Now we're not seeing a huge jump in prices like we were during the COVID season, but now things are normalizing. On average, nationally, we see about 4% appreciation every year. So that's a really good number. Now, another stat I like to look at is the list to contract. It is taken about 45 days from the time a house is listed in Smyrna till it goes on to contract, and that's the average, not the median. So homes are still moving. It is taking a little bit longer for them to go on the contract because I believe for February it was actually 36. So it took less time in February than it took in March. So March was a little bit slower, and as far as the homes going on market, and it could be your pricing related because a lot of sellers were overpriced, and there were some price drops before buyers are looking for a deal. So if they don't see a price that they feel like the home is worth buying, they'll sit there and wait for the price to drop. And so we started seeing price drops. All right, and then another stat is the months of supply. Year over year, we definitely got higher, 58% increase compared to March of last year of 2024. Of course, then we did know that we had an issue with inventory. This year, we're closer to 4%, 4 months worth. And in today's market, that's still kind of a seller's, but we're leaning more towards a balanced market, which will be around the 5 month mark, 4 or 5 months. And then anything 6 months would be a buyer's market. So right now, we're still technically kind of like a seller's towards a balanced market. And from what I'm seeing in the market, buyers are definitely have a chance to negotiate. Again, there's quite a few price drops, and let me show you the stat for price drops. Share this stat. All right, so as far as how much homes are selling for, in December, they were selling 99% of the sales price, the original list price. And in January, pretty much 100. In February, it dipped, which means 98% homes sold for 98% of its original list price. So we did see some price drops quite a bit in February. Maybe that's why there were more closings in February. It's very likely. And then March, we saw this number come back up. We've got 99.3%. So price drop. Homes are selling for 99%. So usually that means maybe their sellers are having to drop their price about a percent or less in order to get the home under contract. All right, so going back to our data here. Overall, for buyers, because there's new inventory in the market, this is a good time for buyers to get out there and find properties that meet their needs. Hopefully they can negotiate and get a better deal. because there's more inventory, they have more choices. That's awesome. For sellers, this means they have more competition. So for a seller, that means they really need to price their home competitively and market so they can get seen and get on the contract. So if you're a buyer or seller looking to buy or sell this April, we're in April, this is the height of our market. This is when things start to get super busy. The spring market is right around the corner. We're pretty much in it right now. So the best thing I advise to have for buyers is if you're looking to buy, especially if you're in a starter home range like the 275, 300, 325, 350 in the Smyrna area, if you see something you like, go ahead and jump on it, because if you sleep on it, you may not sleep in it. So that is my advice, especially in that starter home price range, because those, as far as inventory goes for that price point, tends to be a lot more competitive. There's just not a lot of homes. So if you see something that you like, jump on it. When it comes to the median sales price, like I said, is $457. So in this price point, you do have more options to pick from, a lot more. So here you have room to negotiate, and maybe you can take your time and make a decision there. Now, if you're a seller, still a great time to sell your home. This is a spring market. This is when school gets out in May for a lot of students. So parents are wanting to move for the next school year. This is when they start doing their house hunting. So this is time for you to do that spring cleaning, declutter, depersonalize, work on your curb appeal, and get that home listed. Make sure that you don't overprice, price it accordingly, and do great marketing so that you get attention and get it on the contract. If you have any questions at all, I'm here to help you, guide you through the process. My name is Patricia Omishakin. I work with Elam Real Estate, and I'm a local realtor here in the Middle Tennessee area. I help people with their real estate goals, and my goal is to help you whether you're buying or selling. Feel free to reach out. Give me a call, 615-730-0037. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, give it a like, share it. And also, if you're new to my channel, I want to wish you a very warm welcome. Thank you for visiting. Make sure you smash that subscribe button so you become a part of our community. Would love to have you. And I post weekly videos about living in Smyrna, Tennessee, everything new construction, everything real estate. So would love to have you. And bye. See you in the next video.